We might get cursed out.
Like everything you say,
Y'all niggas better stop playing with me.
the world's like super sensitive now.
I have the right to discriminate.
You gotta worry that somebody's offended.
Potting through trauma.
It ain't like we ain't been getting cursed out since like 2009.
Oh shit.
Who are these niggas?
Fat Liver Jones.
Tracy Renee Jones. But still, I'm
fuck
offended that you're offended.
I ain't gonna say it no more. We need to stay away from these niggas.
Exactly, I'm here.
We're back, bitches. Potting through trauma. Tracy Renee Jones, Fat Liver Jones. I'm just all out of whack. It's been a rough fucking week. Fuck that. That's where I'm
Fuck
at. It's been a rough week. I'm all out of whack. The intro might be a little off. Whatever. I'm Fat Liver Jones. She is.
Tracy Renee Jones until they say I can't be. 'Cause like
Who you got beef with?
the white folks.
Oh. That's right. White folks is wilding. Everybody's wilding per usual. People are always wilding out in the world. How have you been, Tracy?
What happened? I was sick this week again. Like I'd be randomly sick.
Yeah,
I guess I'm not well yet. But
almost.
I survived ginger ale,
Ginger.
ginger ale, and some crackers. Not the white people, but the crackers.
Saltines.
Yeah, if that's medicine.
crackers.
Ginger ale and saltines and some
crackers.
and some lay the fuck down.
Yeah, sometimes you got to lay down too. Your body will tell you if you're not rested. So I understand that. That's my week has been crazy. I was explaining this to you earlier, but fuck that. Like I'm not telling the rest of the world about my personal issues. Not yet, at least. Fuck that.
No, not yet.
My
Not yet.
job's
Wait for
driving
that.
me crazy. My wife's driving me crazy. What else do you need to know? That's about
That's
as
the life of a married man.
exactly. So whatever else is happening, that's just what it is, man. I don't fucking know. Such is life. Anyway, it's good to be back. I know we missed a week, but you know, life happens. But we're gonna stick the course, and we're gonna see this thing through to whatever goal victory we have. I don't think we ever talked about our goals for this, but I don't know if the fans or the listeners
have
want to hear
goals.
that. What goals for the podcast?
We want everybody to listen to us so we can make money and be millionaires and then have events and then hug people or pay people to hug people because
right.
we don't like
Yeah.
people like that. So
Not with the hugging people, but I'm with you on.
you are really not with the hugging people.
Nah, I'm
We're gonna
not,
hire
but-
people to hug people.
Yeah,
We're gonna hire people.
at least for
Yeah.
me. At least for me, because shit, I don't like people touching me, and like, you know what's so funny? I think it's the older I get, the more I'm just like anti people, because it's just people are gross, man. You see people out here like we was in fucking Polo last weekend, and this lady is like blatantly like just coughing, not covering her mouth, and I thought my wife was gonna fight this lady in Polo. I was like, fuck, like,
Really
shit.
though, like the looks, I will stop my life and just
And listen, I get it. I totally understand it. People are
somebody
gross.
check your ass right now, you dirty bitch.
Yeah, you dirty motherfucker. I totally get it because I am that same way. I really like. That's why I don't like going out. I'll explain it to people because you just can't control other people, man. And people are gross and nasty, and they don't care about you or whatever you got going on. So I don't care. But that shit was crazy. And like we did this thing where we like have a beer before going shopping, which is probably actually fun. I think everybody should try it, like as a retail therapy thing.
Drunk shopping.
Glass of wine, no, not drunk, but like a little lit. Like you have like one drink, and then you just walk off and do whatever, go wherever you're gonna shop and buy. It's actually a intense experience, if I would say. Like, because you get this like adrenaline where everything actually comes together. Or maybe it's just the alcohol. I don't know. But it was one beer, and she was about to fight the lady for coughing without covering her mouth. And then like this other lady, like we're literally holy shit, I forgot about this. So the way that the Polo store is set up, they got the women's side and the men's side, right? And the little vestibule, or not the vestibule, the little threshold that splits the two, It's right there. So I'm right here, and my wife's right here, and I just hear this loud rip. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" My wife was like, "Ew, bitch, you gross." And I was like, "What the
That's
fuck?" Some lady
crazy.
just ripped ass like without like, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" And then a couple of
That's
days later on Twitter, I see some old lady like shit in front of a supermarket or something. Like, I don't know. She was standing at some conveyor belt. She was at the end. It was on some like security camera. I don't know where the fuck this happened, but she literally like shifted. A turd fell because she had on a skirt or a dress. Turd fell. She kicked the turd up underneath the desk. Shit was wild. You
I don't
nasty
even know what the fuck to say.
bitch.
I be seeing those videos like and especially the grocery store. Like, what about
Oh my
what's
god.
going on? With you supposed to be in the back of the grocery store running the fuck up and down the conveyor belts trying to find the fucking bathroom if there's a bathroom. But why are you just like going to the fucking vegetable aisle and squatting and shitting and then pulling your shit up and walking the fuck off?
Yo, don't shit by
Like
the
nobody's seeing you.
avocados. Do not shit by the avocados. Please.
I'll just be like, why
I
are
don't
you
know.
allowed outside like that? But it be folk and they not like us.
No, they are
They
not
not
like
like
us.
us.
I don't have that sample, but I got this one.
Freaky ass nigga, freaky ass nigga, freaky ass nigga.
Love a good
Well,
one.
that's gonna find a use.
Yeah, it is. At some point, somebody's gonna do something crazy. Speaking of crazy, the world's crazy. Fucking what happened last week? The goddamn the presidential debate. We'll talk about that in a minute. My icebreaker is pretty cool because this happened today and like it kind of bugged me. Well, not so much bugged me. It was like a little trippy because the way that it was and at first I thought I was being like clickbaited because I was like reading the thing and I didn't think that it was on par with that. Where the fuck's my settings at so I can attach this? I should have done this beforehand. Attach this to the Bluetooth, but whatever, man. We black. This is a black
Not
people's
being
job.
professional.
Okay. Yeah,
Not
definitely
being
not being
professional.
professional. Fucking assholes. Um all right. So this happened. Let me make sure that I have it right. But so here's a question, right? The icebreaker this week comes from my cousin's blog actually. I'm going to shout her out because whatever, let y'all go and talk shit to her. Urban Girl Mag, my cousin Ray Ray. So she says the way that she phrased the video is what threw me off. But so I'm asking you the question: is it predatory to ask a woman if her kids will be an asset to the man that she is dating? Oh, did we freeze? Let me open
What
this
type
link
of
up.
dumb shit kind of fucking question is that? Like,
I don't know because the guy said he said some shit and like so maybe it's just a man thing the way that the man brain works because like people are pretty much like assets. Hold on, let's see this. Can I play this? Why is it not playing?
Ask me no craziness like that.
See,
I would
Hold on, let me run this back real quick. I gotta get my shit together. Here we go.
how are your kids are going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that.
See,
I would never.
But that's
Because
the
you would
problem.
never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
that's the thing.
That's insanity.
But see, I'm coming from a logical
No.
standpoint. You
I
have
don't
to ask
think
those questions.
any woman
And let me say one more
is
thing.
going to
G.
let you say, how can your kids be an... No, sweetie. No.
So they framed it as a predatory, controversial question. And I don't know if a lot of women understand that logic, right? When you label something predatory, like it doesn't have a good connotation to it.
well, it ain't fucking supposed to, but the shit, yeah, like the words gotta be the fucking words. Don't have an issue with the fucking words. Have an issue with the action that caused the motherfucking words to be used. First of all, that shit's predatory as fuck. Kids aren't assets. Kids aren't here to take care of you in retirement. Kids aren't investments in the future. They're fucking little people
Right. So
that
I
go the
guess
fuck off and do what the fuck they do.
so I guess maybe asset probably wasn't the correct word because if they're not an asset, technically they're a liability. And it's not, so I didn't look at it as property, right? Because I looked at it as, are these kids going to respect me as the person? That's why I said I think the verbiage might have been crazy, but like, are they going to look at me as the man of the house, or are they going to look at me as some sucker? And technically that is kind of a liability, because now the kids don't respect you. That means it's going to be thin ice. There's going to be issues. And this is something that I've always wrestled with, even just as a man, before even dealing with women with kids. When I have a kid, you know, like how is my kid and this woman going to interact? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are they going to get along? Because if she doesn't respect her, that's going to be turmoil for me. Like, there's never going to be any sort of peace within my household if they don't respect each other.
Baby, I got off the bus so long ago because your questions
The game is still the same, though.
Your questions change the entire content of their question.
Right.
So you're implying how you approach a interpersonal situation involving co-parenting and kids. That's not what the fuck he said. He said, how are they going to be an asset to me? What the
Right.
fuck does that even fucking mean? And why is that a question? Like, you're dating to find someone for you. If there's kids involved, then to your point, them looking at you like a sucker versus to be respected has more to do with your behavior with the kids.
Oh, are
And
you
then-
blaming the man?
Ain't nobody what the fuck are you here for? If her kids are like,
What do
you ain't
you
my
mean?
daddy,
That's
and
what
nigga
I'm
kick
saying.
you and shit and run the fuck off,
Yo.
then I guess, nigga, you need to find you a new bitch. Like, why are we here right now?
So, all right. So then I guess then that means that the kid, so that's technically a liability. I don't think most men looked at him saying an asset as a piece of property. Because if a woman, if I'm taking care of you, if I'm putting clothes on your back, food in your stomach, and you're treating me like shit, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, I'm talking about the kid. Like, fuck what the parent is going on. And that's what I don't think a lot of, because I think there might have been one woman in those comments that actually understood what he was saying. Like I said, the wording probably wasn't right, because
And I didn't hear like the whole thing, the rest of it. Like,
oh no, that's all it was.
but-
It was literally that clip. So that's what I'm saying too. So it's always the clip. It never goes into the whole thing. That's why I said, like, I feel like I was clickbaited into this whole thing, but it got me to thinking, is that a predatory comment? Like, what is predatory about that then? If you say that, yes, it's a predatory comment, my question now is, what makes it predatory?
Because what he said could be what he's looking for. Are your kids gonna be an asset? Like, are they gonna go and like super achieve things so I can feed my ego with how my contribution?
So that's how
helped
you
your-
see
your
it.
little. It could be that. It could be that, because like dudes be like real interested in your kids in like weird ass fucking ways. With boys being athletes. With
Right.
boys not being athletes, being more introverted. Like, there's all this extra like he should do and
Right.
could do. Like, there's this like world that exists if your kid did.
Yeah, I
And
don't
there's
fuck with that shit.
like my kid could be fine today, but who's to say he's gonna be fine later the fuck on? Like, kids are gonna be kids. They're gonna go through emotional shit. They're
Right.
gonna have whatever type of relationship with you, which is based on how you're showing up, how you're treating me, how you're treating the kid. Like, you can have a kid who's like rough around the edges and get the right man involved, and the man will turn it all around.
Mm. So
So
that's
what
what I'm
they're
saying.
doing,
So
right, like-
then, so to that point, though, to what you just said, to that point, then that man is technically an asset to that woman, right? If the woman is having a hard time raising her kids, because asset doesn't necessarily mean you have to get some sort of return on it. Because I don't like that shit either. Like you were saying, like how men are obsessed with making their sons play sports because that's going to change everybody's like life. You know, like, I'm a firm believer in letting the kid decide what makes them happy. As long as they're successful and happy and not living in the gutter, you as a parent have succeeded.
He's 6'5" out here wasting all that height, out here wanting to play violin.
Yo, what's wrong with the violin?
Nothing, but because he's 6'5", he should
He
be out
shouldn't
this
be
bitch
playing
dribbling.
right.
Like, yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
what the fuck?
sports ain't for everybody either. There's I think it might still be on Max or HBO Go, whatever the damn app was, where it's the Tiger Woods thing about, I forget what it's like, almost like HBO Real Sports or some shit like that, but it's a Tiger Woods story. It's a two-part, I think it's a two-part docuseries. Anyway, it just shows how, like, why Tiger is who he is, and it's because his father, like, literally picked out everything for him, right? From the sport that he's going to play to the woman that he's going to marry. Like, his father curated this man's life to where, as though, that's why you see him freaking out here with the porn stars and doing all this extra shit, because who he really wanted to be, he had to suppress to appease his father, to the point that I remember, I think they said he was like in 5th grade or some shit, and he wanted to play baseball because, you know, his friends were playing baseball, and he was too afraid to ask his father, so he had the teacher ask his father, and the father said he's not going to play baseball. The only sport he needs to worry about is golf, and that's all he's ever done, and that's all he ever knows, which is like, and when you watch that as a parent, that is just so fucked up to watch, because even the mom, like his little Asian mom, like, she didn't really have any input. The dad ran everything. The dad's like, nah, this is what you're doing.
That's
This is who
common.
you're marrying.
That's common. People curate their kids' lives, and especially if they have a talent or some type of skill,
Mm-hmm.
people, parents in general, curate your life.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't exposed to certain people. Like you just said, like, okay, what if I get married and my daughter doesn't like, and I said I got off the bus right there, because
Right.
having a man having extra kids and me having extra kids and trying to have a blended family never crossed my mind
Was not.
until like the last 10 years.
I was just about to ask, if it's not too personal, was marriage ever on the table for you, like as a goal for you? Because there are a lot of people that they don't even care about that shit. They're like, fuck that.
Yeah, I was taught to get married early,
Oh shit.
like 18. Oh
Really?
shit, ain't paid a fucking light bill. Look at you.
Nah, the battery died.
That's your neighbor. That's your neighbor eating off your shit. Go downstairs
Yeah.
and check your box. My,
That's funny.
you ever go check your power box and you got like 800 fucking wires coming out that shit?
Nah, I ain't never lived like that. Not yet. Or hopefully not ever.
Oh, I forgot, bougie in houses,
Yeah.
living the house life.
And the fucked up part is, right now our box is in our apartment, so nobody could do that. That would be funny though. So let me put that on the charger. Bam. All right. Where the fuck were we?
I'm not gonna say it's not.
Oh
a
yeah, you said
consideration,
it was
but yes,
18.
you should check how, like, whose kids are these? Like, what the fuck is going on?
And I think
And
that's what he
if you
meant.
got your own kids to blend, but
Right.
like that being a like,
I think that's what the guy meant. Like, I can't speak for the guy. That's why I hate when they put out clips like that. Like, give us some context at least. And don't make a clip to make the guy look bad, like what he said, because what he said wasn't that bad. Like, I'm not for the parents making your kids fucking do what you want them to do, make them live out your dreams because you were too pussy or too scared to do it. Like, let the kids decide that. But also there's a factor in, like, these kids, like, they gotta be something. And if I'm fucking on your mom's and I don't show you anything in life, what good am I? You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has value. Everybody, in a sense, when it comes to a family, brings something to the table. Whatever that fucking table consists of, like, the kids bring whatever they bring, you know, because everybody has their reasons for why they love each other. And it's the reality of it. And I don't think a lot of women want to hear men question their kids that they're bringing to this relationship, because, like, that is a huge fucking, it's a liability all the way around.
so don't date bitches with kids.
You ain't got no choice. What the fuck you mean?
I don't date niggas with kids.
it's a difference. It's a difference between niggas not having kids and niggas not taking care of their kids.
I don't date niggas with kids. Motherfuckers ain't got motherfucking kids. Like,
Fuck that. Nah, let that shit breathe. Because a nigga could say, a nigga could totally put, nah, I ain't got no kids. Fuck them kids. Like,
well, I ain't that type of bitch. I run background checks. I be involved in your fucking personal business. I don't like fuck what you say. I'm in the fact finding. So, and this is like because of my age. I'm not talking about like recently, but like marriage age, kids age, mid-20s to 30s. I don't date men with kids. I made an exception for a dude with kids, and it was the worst fucking decision I ever made in my goddamn life.
damn, were the kids bad as hell?
No, the bitches involved. Like, fuck the kid. The kids is fine. It's the bitches that you. And that's another thing. If you gotta ask these type of questions, I don't ask certain questions of people. What fuck you think a motherfucker gonna say? Did you steal the money? Well, no, I ain't steal the money. Like, why are you asking any type of scandalous fucking question to anybody? You use discernment and you fucking pay attention, spend time with her, spend time with her kids, listen, observe. Like, the kids can be awesome. And I know a lot of people like that, where the kids are fucking awesome. The new family is awesome. She's awesome. It's this fucking mad, resentful ass motherfucker over here with time on their hands who's gonna involve themselves in making your life a living fucking hell. With the kids under the bus. The bus is everybody under the bus.
Fuck them kids.
Everybody. The kids, me, the fucking other parent, the new bitch, everybody. The new nigga, everybody under the bus.
Everybody. Fuck them. All right, well.
But you figure that out before. Hey, are your kids gonna be bad kids and disrespect me? Nigga, no, they're gonna be fine. And they'll tie your ass up and set you on fire. Like,
So that's what I mean, though. Like, what the fuck? Like,
but you don't ask that question. You fucking figure it out. Because
that's
what
the problem.
You think a bitch gonna say?
That's the problem in the black community. Niggas don't ask enough questions, or y'all asking the wrong questions. You have to. These are serious questions.
Who are you asking to tell you?
You got to do math, man.
She's trying to get married, and you sitting here asking her,
yeah,
is your kids gonna fuck up the marriage? Why don't you
this is a job interview,
Malcolm?
Okay?
Why don't you figure it out on your own, Malcolm?
Malcolm.
Tariq. Said these motherfuckers validate what the fuck you got going on in your mind.
No, I'm not talking about like ain't shit. I'm talking about dudes of actual substance. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the average.
I don't care who the dick is. But don't figure the fuck out on your own.
Yo, you hate men, yo?
Figure somebody gonna tell the truth about
sound like you hate
shit
men.
that might be on Tuesdays. Only on Tuesdays. The whole shit's dumb to me. Like, I wouldn't ask. Are you gonna keep a job and make sure just before in the past?
I don't think it's a good first through third date question, but I feel like once y'all start having raw sex, it's probably a question that should have been had, like, because it's only going to go up from there.
It's an observation. You can have the curiosity, but what makes you think
you're right. You're
going to tell the truth about my kids? My kids are angels. What, your fucking child just got their third murder conviction?
God damn. Oh shit, that's crazy.
But don't these niggas got mamas on the news crying like it's the first fucking time? This is fifth body, bitch. And my son's a good man. He's blah blah blah. Who's this chick? The little boy who blew the nigga off the planet behind his mother and the order at the restaurant. It was about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the order at the restaurant. The dude called his mom a bitch. Some guy in line.
And started raising up on her.
Yeah, like swinging on her and shit.
The son went and got in the
he went and grabbed the strap, came in there, bow.
And took him up off the planet.
I mean, what do you want me to say to that? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I wasn't mad at little man.
But
and that wasn't no stepdad. That was some nigga in the street.
But how they gonna do him like that? But they just shot him. Yeah. Come to find out, go to his Facebook. This nigga put hands on every fucking body and up to and including.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Mama house on fire. He felt some type of way about some shit.
So that's what I'm saying. The dude was a piece of shit.
But his mama out here talking about, oh, my son.
Oh, you talking about the son?
My son's a good man. The one that got killed, the grown guy that got killed.
Oh
His
yeah. That's what I'm
mama
saying.
was out here. Yeah, she fucking rocking. Oh, my son. So you can't ask no bitch about her weird ass kids.
Man, listen, fuck them kids. I keep saying it. Yo, speaking of
Fuck
which,
them kids.
fucking I forgot about this. Remy Ma's son got locked up
Trying to be like
for
his mama.
fucking murder. But what did she get? Attempted murder or something? She shot a bitch, right?
She shot a bitch.
Shot a she said that's
Supposed to be a friend of hers. Like, what the fuck you do to your enemies, mom? Like, goddamn.
Yo, so her son is tied up in some murder one. Like the shit
Mafia
is
war.
fucking crazy.
It's 1 and 2.
One
It's
and two?
intention.
I
It's
don't even
intention
understand.
and a plan. 1 and 2. Like,
Dude, that'd be crazy to be on that jury.
then some chicks involved at somebody's house. The shit was in broad daylight.
Hold up, so you got the tea?
I mean, there was little news shits going on here and there. You
Oh,
can't help but
shit.
to hear about some shit. But it was like they said it was a murder for hire.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So that's what I was trying to figure out too. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, but I guess they said murder for hire is if you don't even have to pay the person.
Arrange it for it. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
or you
is that
ask
like
somebody
what
to
describe
do
the
it.
arrange for it?
Right. Yeah, it's like it's something like that, which actually made me think about something totally different, which I tweeted it out and niggas laughed at me. I didn't really get a real answer. Is it sex trafficking if you fly the hoes to you? Right? Like if the hose is over here and I'm over here and I say, yo, bring me the pussy here, is that sex trafficking?
If you're paying for it, if it's against their will.
No, but they're selling it. I just paid for the flight over here, and because what I heard was somebody said that somebody got caught buying some or paying for some prostitutes, and they flew them out. And I was like, all right, well they're prostitutes, and then they called it. They added a sex trafficking charge to that whatever they caught the person doing.
Yeah.
Really?
Bought a prostitute for her to bring some fuck to you. Sex trafficking.
That's crazy. That's fucked up, man. So I guess you gotta fly yourself to the hose. That's all I got from that one.
For less charges, then you only get solicitation.
Listen, that's all I got for that one. But yeah, Remy Ma's son caught up in some bullshit, and that's crazy. Cause you would have thought that. And see, now I sound like a fucking Karen. Speaking of being a Karen, fuck them fuckers over at fucking Kia. I swear to God, I tweeted these motherfuckers and they fucking called me and fucking assholes. Let me finish this Remy shit up real quick. It sounds very Karenish, but you would think that the lifestyle that the parents provided for the kid would have kept him away from this. But this goes to show you, none of that shit ain't got is that gangster shit, like just genetics in motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? Like certain motherfuckers are just like programmed to go off on the deep end. It's like you with your fucking being an adventurous person. Like you just I'll skydive. Like there's no fear. Like how that's some crazy shit. There's no way my mom would be who she is and I'm out here getting caught. Like allegedly, I don't know if the man did the shit or not. I'm just saying.
We don't want to get sued.
Right. I'm just saying I don't know how you get caught up in some shit like that. I mean, the company you keep, but still, what the fuck, man?
Well, I did hear this on the pods out in the world, and you said, how could this happen with him growing up in the lifestyle that he lived? Where is there evidence of him having been involved in all this shiny, happy, prosperous online reality show life? Like, right. I don't recall seeing him anywhere. I don't recall her and Papoose pictured with him. I don't recall. He's relatively young, so he's
right.
like.
Well, they were on Love and Hip Hop. They were on Love and Hip Hop for a couple seasons, whatever. I think the kids tried to rap. There? Yeah, but his daughter, because his daughter is older. His daughter and her son, and they were trying to rap or whatever. This was back in 2018, I want to say.
Okay.
So they were there, they had a taste of the limelight. So I don't And like I said, I don't think it's all glitz and glams either. But one would think with the shit that Remy and Pat went through that they would kind of, and I'm not passing judgment on them. I'm just saying you would think that they would have their circle a little more tighter than that.
The person I was listening to criticize, rather than her being quiet and coming home, she wanted to push this marriage, this reality show, this new baby, like all of this like change. And she was gone for 8 years, and he was like 8 years old when she left. So you had a
Yeah.
kid and came back to a teenager. So maybe you should have taken some time to have like be mom somewhere
Right.
and have all three of you in the house at the same time. I don't know how involved Papoose was while she's locked up, but that's not his father, and he still needs his mom around. So
Right.
you're coming home from prison, sharing your personal space with a husband and with your son, and then you're pregnant with a new child involved, and you're a
It's a lot.
artist, and you're on doing like shit where you gotta like be on set and travel and whatever the fuck. Like that's a lot. So they were like, maybe they should have just like let him quietly turn 20.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like put some boundaries until the business of raising him got out the way. Like that was a criticism. As far as built like that, yeah, I'll say that. A motherfucker be telling you about the Mac family and where I'm from, you get into some shit. Describe them. Oh, it's a little light skinned girl. She had buck teeth. Hazel
Oh
eyes.
yeah,
Hazel
yeah,
eyes, buck teeth. Oh, she part that sound like so and so Mac. You don't want to fuck with them because if it's
yeah,
one, there's fucking 400,
yeah,
and they don't give a fuck what this bitch did. They don't give a fuck. Like motherfucker had a car accident. Motherfucker like knock
yeah. It
hit
could
her
be
baby,
something
knocked your
simple.
baby down the
Yeah,
stairs. They
something
don't want to hear
simple.
nothing. They coming with
That's
act like
hilarious.
hammers and not a hammer, but they come with hammers
Right.
and fucking ice picks and
Everything.
and rocks in the sock.
Yo, fuck that. That shit's crazy, yo. Not rocks and socks. That's another thing. Fucking, I saw a girl in the lunchroom in high school one time put a fucking a combination lock in the sock and fucking
Oh, I've
well
seen a
on this
combination
girl.
lock in the sock. That shit hit hard.
Yo, that shit was crazy. But nah, and in every hood, there's always that one family that everybody stay away
Don't want to
from.
hear nothing. You
Nope,
don't want to hear
you know the
nothing.
families. They all look alike. Motherfuckers stay away from them.
Oh, what happened was they were just playing and he didn't mean to. He just bumped into
Nope,
bitch. Da
fuck
da da.
that.
And then she got razor sliced your face. You like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah, it be like that, unfortunately. But
so yeah, crazy run.
yeah, man.
Crazy
Listen,
from the DNA.
listen. Prayers and condolences to everybody. Since we're on sappy news, it sucks, but boxer Roy Jones Jr.'s son self-transitioned, and
Yeah,
he
that was
released a
wild.
statement. Yeah, that was crazy. Like I felt bad for the guy because like we don't really hear much about him, and for the one time that everybody's talking about him is like when his son passed. But when was this? He released this on the 24th, which was 5 days ago. 5 days ago at the time of recording. He says, unfortunately, my son DeAndre took his life on Saturday. I'm so thankful that God allowed me to come home Friday night to spend the last night of his life with me and the family. That fucking sucks. I know a lot of people are going through tough times right now, but nothing is worth taking your own life. One could disagree. God gives it, and God should be the one to take it away. Please respect our privacy while my family and I process this loss. Thank you for the love and support, Roy Jones Jr. Yes, condolences to him and his family. But I hate when they put out a statement and then say, please respect my privacy. Even though I understand what they're saying, it's still kind of weird because it's like, what do you mean? Like you done told
Just
us.
shut the fuck
Now we
up.
got questions. But
You can just shut the fuck up about it.
who me?
No.
Oh hell. I was about to say because I like
Him.
my take on it is probably going to sound pretty fucked up. Because I feel like I think a lot of people take for granted other people's feelings, if that makes sense, when it comes to self-transitioning. only because like nobody really understands it unless you've been there before.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And like everybody's, oh, it's selfish, it's this, it's that. You can have your opinions on it. My opinion is you don't know what this person is going through. You don't know how they actually feel being here. So like don't tell them, even if you're trying to cheer them. I mean, not to say don't try to cheer somebody up, not, I'm not advocating for it, but I'm just saying it's pretty fucked up when people try to say that it's selfish or that nobody should do it or for whatever reason. It's like you just never know what somebody else is dealing with. So I guess in a sense, be a little more compassionate towards people when they're, feeling down or going through something, because I really don't like when people say shit like that or say that it's selfish to take it. It's fucking my life. Like, if I'm tired of being here, who the fuck are you to tell me? Like, because my parents decided to fuck some night and now I'm here and I got to pay bills and I'm stressed out for whatever reason. Not to say
You
that
see the newborn babies, right? Them motherfuckers be looking like,
confused as
I'm here
shit.
again.
Like,
I'm here
yeah,
again.
I feel like we're at that point in life too, where all the babies
This
that are
realm,
being born are like people
they're
that have been here
annoyed.
before. Yeah,
The
they're
infants
fucking
are
tired of
annoyed.
this shit. They're like, yo, what the fuck is going? Babies come out like,
Come on now, dog.
Yeah.
like, come on
That
again.
should be hilarious because it'd be dead ass serious. Like
Yeah,
the babies are like, you motherfuckers again.
again, right? So it's like it's one of those things that like, and take this off of Roy Jones and his family because I'm not talking. I'm just speaking in general. That when people say stuff like that, it's wrong to tell the person who took their life how they should feel or how they should have felt or whatever. Like that's just my like 2 cents on it.
Well, my 2 cents. I'm gonna up you. Your
Oh
2 cents.
shit, let's go.
I'm about to really fucking
Uh
violate
oh.
somebody's feelings.
Oh shit.
His response, his statement, subtly sounds like an indication of how they may have approached issues.
Mm.
God gonna fix it and God gonna take it away because God and Almighty and blah blah blah. That moves to the extent of like sometimes you're denied the ability to even have fucking mental illness. You're
Right.
not allowed to
Feel
feel
your
your feels
feels.
because I'm gonna throw this book at you and give you a passage and that's supposed to fix it.
Yep.
It's a whole denial, like up to and including denying it's there, denying access to help, or guilting you about medication, therapy, doctors, whatever it is that's available to you, whatever you may be willing to do to get yourself better, and then like this guilt on top of whatever that you're feeling, or maybe the environment may have contributed to how you're feeling. Like you
Right.
never
Right.
know how families are, and to rub the religious thing on it, like you said, it's like dumb and sensitive.
Yeah. It kind of is. So
But if I'm not mistaken, Roy Jones Jr. father was like nothing. He was like trash,
I wouldn't know.
trash.
Never really did a
Another
deep dive on Roy Jones Jr.
the father that we were talking about earlier, to get your son to go be who he gonna be because he can't go be that person.
That's
Fuck
who his
everything else
father was.
involved. Oh yeah,
Old Southern black nigga. I'm telling you, man.
of course, of course.
Fucking slavery did a number on our people, man.
I think it did.
We are
Which brings
still
us
suffering
to
this shit.
which
What-
brings us to
Oh my god, yo, it just keeps getting better. Look at us sounding like fucking professional potters over here. So a white couple adopts 5 black kids and uses them as slaves. What in the
Yeah.
fucking 1800s is going on here? So hold on, where's this story at? I got it.
Where's that? Where's that?
Where it is? Hold on. Where's the news?
After Kanawha County deputies said two adoptive parents of 3 children are in jail today. After Kanawha County deputies said 2 teens were found locked inside a barn. Hannah Klein breaks down the investigation after deputies say they received a 911 call from someone concerned about the kids.
A stunning find in Sissonville has led to the arrest of 2 adoptive parents.
You're being charged with a felony, child neglect, creating risk of injury.
Donald Lance and Jean Whitefeather now in jail as their children are now with CPS. It started on Monday when deputies got a call just before 6 o'clock in the evening that 2 children were being locked in a barn at this home on Cheyenne Lane in Sissonville.
They weren't able to locate any guardians or parental figures or anybody around the residence or the barn, and started having a conversation with 2 children that were inside the barn.
Deputies eventually forced their way into the barn, where they said they found a 16-year-old girl and 14-year-old boy inside a 20 by 14-foot room. Investigators say the teens had no way to get out of the shed, with no running water, no bathroom. The girl told deputies their parents had brought them food around 6 o'clock that morning, but said her and her brother weren't allowed in the house and were locked in the barn for long periods every day. Eyewitness News spoke to neighbors who were afraid to go on camera, but claim multiple families called police about the children's safety several times, and they are thankful they are now safe.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty bad case. I mean, it's in any type of situation like this, it's not really comparable. A horrific condition, like, it's just not how you want or how you would even expect children to be raised or been taken care of.
Lance and Whitefeather eventually showed up at the home. They're now charged with child neglect, creating substantial risk of injury. The mother admitted the children were left in the shed, but reportedly told deputies they, quote, liked it.
They're trying to, get the children back in better living conditions, better placement, and the detectives will continue to investigate and build this case.
In Sissonville, Hannah Klein, Eyewitness News.
Hannah, thank you. And deputies said a third child who was about 5 or 6 years old was found alone in the main home. Now, the child was found crying and close to the railing of an approximately 15-foot drop from a loft.
Thanks for watching. And here's another video from Eyewitness News.
That is insane. What the fuck? What the hell is going on?
In the barn, my nigga? Like,
And the barn out back too. They made sure to put us onto that one. Like, what the fuck is going on? All right, hold on. This might be a perfect time for this.
Some of y'all niggas need hugs, man. First of all,
you can be black, but don't be a nigga.
like, yes, you're entitled to have your fucking opinion all day long.
Oh, my bad.
Watch out, y'all. Let me rant real quick. You're entitled to catch these hands, too. There's something to be said about niggas who haven't been punched in the face before.
Your $5 ass down before I make change.
Like, let's stop playing these fucking games.
Nah, let me get my shit off, yo.
Because fuck you.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
The violence.
But the internet never forgets.
Okay. This is this week's rant. I have, since I first got online and understood what having a platform was about, white people adopting black kids has been at the top of the list of the things that I don't like.
You got issue with.
I've always had an issue with this. I thought it was fucked up. I thought it's like how, people feel about interracial dating. That's how I feel about white people adopting black kids. I think it's like a fetish for them. And, excuse me, unfortunately, a few people back in the day talked me out of actually going forward with, trying to make that my platform to like run on, because at the time nobody was really nobody was woke back then. Everybody was still kind of just like, all right, we're going with the status quo. Don't piss off the white people, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. So
they're nice to us. Look at how they let us stay in their country.
Yo, I've never in a million years would have imagined this come across the town, because usually white people adopt black kids and they fucking parade them around like fucking trophies, especially the rich ones. So to see this like really pissed me off. And then I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that better been the news station that was using that picture of the kids dressed in the goddamn garb. Yeah, I don't think that was them. It's 5 kids though. That's weird. There's a weird picture. I'm gonna put it on the screen for the viewers. But stop adopting black kids, yo. Leave the black kids to black people, because first of all, you're gonna fuck them up with your little weird traditions, because y'all have such weird fucked up rules and like
Putting raisins and shit.
Yeah, y'all don't even wash your legs. Like, it's fucking atrocious, the shit that y'all be doing. So, first of all, you're gonna fuck up their identity. Secondly, you're gonna teach them bad fucking habits. Teach them that they're better than other people. Meanwhile, the world outside doesn't even look at them like you look at them. You think that they're quote unquote the good ones, as y'all like to fucking refer to us as. And I hate that shit. And you should not do that to fucking little kids. Like, this might sound fucked up, but leave them where the fuck they at. Like, if they're in the fucked up, like, if they're in a group home, leave them there. I don't know. Don't let white people adopt black kids or black babies or black kids. Fuck that. I really think it's weird. And I've always had an issue with it because I just felt like it just wasn't right. And it just proves my point right here. Like, you're either parading them or you're slaving them. And I don't like it. And that's my TED Talk.
Well,
Sorry. Did I say too much?
No, because I know I'm baffled that people couldn't get behind that when you first mentioned it, because that's exactly what the fuck it is.
Yeah, like literally the dude
The history of adoption is not to place babies with families; they're to place families with babies.
Say that again.
If you think
I might
about
have went
it,
over
like,
my head.
the intention of foster care was not to place babies with families. It was to place families with babies.
I get it. Yes, once again, it goes back to the whole family fucking thing.
There's a group that has means and resources, and they need a baby. And for some strange reason, your means and resources got you out here not having a family or resources to take care of your baby.
Right.
So let me help you with that.
It's just more fake fucking white hope, man. Like
It's shopping. It's shopping. I get a baby. Somebody go like locate, find, steal, acquire.
Yeah.
A kid for me because I feel like I should be somebody's parent.
Listen, it's not, and everybody shouldn't be parents either. Like, that's another thing too.
I feel like I should be somebody's parent.
Right.
I feel like I should be. And
I should be
a
running
regular
for fucking
adoption
president
agency,
at this
a
point.
regular adoption agency might not even want to fuck with you, but then you can go overseas or
Right.
you can go.
That's what I'm
here
saying.
and
Like,
there and,
that's the real conversation. People like that, this whole sex trafficking talk and the things that these rich people are doing in these poor countries are not talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason that, and this is not justifying it, but there's a reason that these fucking perverted men go to certain countries. And nobody talks about that because it's like, oh, that's what they let them do over there. America's busy being in everybody else's business. Why are you not putting your nose over there in that business? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here?
It's not. You don't even have to go overseas. You can just do it right here.
That's fucked up, yo.
You have airlines that you can see how often and frequently certain people fly wherever the fuck they fly. You can look around and see where people are adopting. But we had this conversation, like the whole like sex trafficking. Sex trafficking is related to human trafficking, which is just you like moving people from one point to another for exploitation.
Right.
So with that, you have certain
Against their
industries that
will.
allow kids to have around, which is the entertainment industry, sometimes the food service industry. It's made to have young people around for whatever fucking reason. You have wild ass adoption. You have pedophiles who are around people, women with a lot of kids. Talking about who you're dating with a bunch of kids.
Go ahead. I'm with you.
You got motherfuckers that are really, really intrigued by a girl having a house full of kids. Sometimes there's other motivations behind that. You have the teachers, like homeboy with the combing out his hair in class, and the pushback against that. Like, can we just not do it? Oh, but you're not used to a wholesome. Why are you even arguing this?
That's not even
Just
wholesome.
like, we're at school. He's a fucking teacher. He's an adult. Little teenage girls get crushes on the teachers, whatever. There's so many. Why? Why is it a conversation to push back?
Right. I remember in high school the fucking little fast ass girls was dating fucking grown ass men. That shit was weird, and I was hating.
But who's fast? Who's fast?
Oh,
Who's
I don't know.
fast? Who's fast? You so fast you can chase down a grown man? You so fast?
What the fuck happened? I done turned the damn thing off. What the fuck did I do? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's I'll be back in a second, but no, I don't think that's right. No, they shouldn't. Like the girls shouldn't be.
But there's never a fast
Right.
ass teenager.
Nah, you're right. It's just not right all the way
And because they're out here being available, all the men are just like here with them. It starts
Right.
with the adults. So we can't question who the fuck goes where because that's our shit's built for that. It's like it's everywhere up under your face and no one cares. Not like they should.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulties. Am I still there? You see me? All right, yeah, I'm here. I gotta learn how to quit touching shit, man.
I see you. I see you. Yo, I see you.
But no, so you're right. Like, where does it begin and where does it end? Right? I think is probably the more logical conversation that we should be having because first of all, the little teenage girls are already past whatever bullshit happened to them to where as though they're fast tracked to over here. And the guys that are pursuing them are already fucked up. So it's like, where does it start and where does it end? Right? Like, who the fuck, how do we stop it? Other than fathers being your daughter's lives and women start having babies with niggas you like. I'm tired of that shit. Y'all motherfuckers always complaining about
No,
your
stop
goddamn.
having babies. Like what? Like why? Why?
Well, have
What's with the
babies with
fucking
people you like. Like, make the math make
babies with people
sense.
that you marry and make sure that you're not marrying some weird motherfucker.
Well, that too.
Like it's crime.
Hey, man, listen.
Crime.
Listen, I like the city sounds, all right?
My popo be on it. My popo be on it.
Your popo
But
be on it. Yeah, nah, they.
a lot of it is weird ass fucking delusions. Like a lot of it is like the infantile way people approach relationships. A lot of it
It's
is
a lot of
like
that.
a grooming. Like fuck how old a motherfucker is, but motherfuckers be like excited. Oh, he's older and he got da 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 da. Motherfuckers marrying your young ass girls off to grown ass fucking men, using young girls, which is this has always been that way. If you have daughters, you have resources to get access to men with money. If you have attractive daughters,
So that goes to that's another part of the
more
parent
that's
that's
trafficking.
but
he's
no,
killing you.
the parent that is raising their kid to get something. You see what I'm saying? If they use the daughter to her to marry a rich guy, like, is there a trickle down effect there? What's the difference of making your son go to the NFL for the big contract as opposed to sending your daughter off
Oh, it's,
to?
it's the same concept.
Bam, there we go. It all comes
I'm
full
using
circle.
my kid to get the bag. We gonna get the bag some type of way.
Which is crazy. Your kids are not fucking investments, and I wish people would actually learn that. And you motherfucking crackers, stop adopting fucking little black babies.
Them crackers.
We'll tell Joe Jackson that.
Nah, Joe Jackson. Shout out to Joe Jackson, man.
Freaky ass nigga.
Oh shit.
No, that was right. That was the right button. That was the right button. Because I'm trying to figure out how you shouting out Joe Jackson.
Nah, the reason I shout out Joe Jackson is because he is the first black man to actually whoop his kid's ass into success. Now, whatever trauma came out of that, like, I'm not, excited about that. But, I mean, guys got fucking, or he had talented sperm, for lack of better words.
So you're congratulating him for being able to exploit and abuse his kids
Satirically.
In a value with the biggest bag.
Listen, we got Mike Jackson. Imagine if he never whooped his kid's ass, we don't get Michael Jackson. And maybe Michael Jackson didn't die of propofol, but whatever. I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense. You look mad confused.
So Prince's father abusing him caused him to go and write
Well, we didn't get to that part. I don't know Prince's dad. I don't know Prince's dad.
You ain't see Purple Rain. You ain't see the.
I don't know Joe Jackson either, but I know the story of the Jacksons. No, I never seen Purple Rain.
Who are these niggas?
I'm just saying, like, you know how there's certain movies and shit that
I'm not talking. No, I can't. I can't look at you right now. I'm just gonna. I'm gonna drink my spike juice and just. I got marinated.
What are you drinking on over there?
My boyfriend's alcohol.
Oh snap!
He left in the house with some.
What type of alcohol is it though?
Some margarita mix. I tried to drink it the way it's supposed to be, and I was in this motherfucker walking.
Hold up, you didn't spike it? Oh, you spiked it.
It's spiked now. It wasn't spiked before.
Ooh, what you spike it with? Tell me some tequila.
No, with what's the name water?
Jesus water.
What's the name water? No, sparkling water.
Oh, you like turned it into a spritzer.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't put no alcohol in it?
It got alcohol in it.
Really? The little them fruit things have. I thought you got to add the alcohol to it.
No, you just alky.
Yeah, that's true. I always bought the we having margaritas, but I never bought the margarita. I think I bought the margarita mix once. The first time I had
there's
margaritas.
a mix, and then there's a mix with alcohol in it. So
okay.
It's a Jose Cuervo shit in it.
Oh, yes, the Cuervo, the Cuervo shit.
It's 20 proof.
Oh, 20% alcohol. All right, so it ain't that strong. No. So 80% is your typical like high grade shit. So like top shelf shit.
Judging my drink.
Like, yeah, I am. They don't call me fat liver for nothing. Sorry.
Judging my drink though.
But no, so like 80 proof is 40% alcohol by volume. So you're drinking half of what the strongest shit. Top shelf shit usually is 80 and above. So like 80 proof is Henny, most tequilas, gin, like, and anything above 80 is just like you're dancing with the devil now. And props to you.
I stopped drinking everything straight.
Yeah, I had to do that too, man.
And people be like, "What you drink?" I'm like, "Alcohol, man." Alcohol.
But you mix your shit.
Who?
You don't mix it?
Man, I ain't mixed no shit since 19.
Oh, you drink like a grown ass man. There was a woman on my timeline shaming me for drinking tequila, and she drinks fucking bourbon. I said, "Excuse me, grown man. Like a woman drinking bourbon."
I drank bourbon once. That was a bad night. That was a bad night.
That shit is strong. Like I don't listen. There's certain drinks that I don't play around with. Like, and you got to learn how to drink shit too, right? Like, so bourbons and scotches, those are more of a sipper. Same thing with Hennessy. Like, it's more of a sipper. Like, niggas drink Hennessy like it's fucking Kool-Aid, and that shit is gross. And I really want to remove my people or our people from the shackles of the Hennessy culture. It's killing us. It's too much goddamn sugar in it. Half of y'all are predisposed to diabetes anyway. And the sugars. So I need y'all to do better. Like, at least go to something like a little lighter with less sugar. And cut that shit. Cut that shit in half. Because I'm telling you, once that gout catches up to you, I had one gout flare up and I've been terrified ever since.
Fucking gout. If that's a nigga ass disease right there.
Or apparently it's King's disease.
I was gonna say, what do white people call it?
Yeah, it's a King's disease because back in the day only the kings got it. They got it a lot from like eating red meat and drinking wine all the time. Like motherfuckers didn't have like vegetables and shit back. Well, they did, but
So
they
that's
ain't
the
eat
marketing
vegetables.
angle. We could probably sell fucking gout merch and shit because niggas gonna be like, "This the king disease."
Well, I mean, I got that from Nas. Shout out to Nas. All right, where we at? What we doing?
Adoptions for slavery, and that's what the fuck.
Oh, yeah, I'm off that. I already said what I had to say about them white people. And speaking of having a white people moment, I said I was going to get back to this fucking Kia. Let me tell you, motherfuckers, hold on. That's another one I got to get these bars to. Hold on one second.
Some of y'all niggas need hugs, man. First of all,
You can be black, but don't be a nigga.
like, yes, you're entitled to have your fucking opinion all day long.
Oh, my bad.
Watch out, yo. Let me rant real quick. You're entitled to catch these hands, too. There's something to be said about niggas who haven't been punched in the face before.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
I'm like, let's stop playing these fucking games.
Nah, let me get my shit off, yo.
Because fuck you.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
The violence.
But the internet never forgets.
You motherfuckers over at Kia. I am so pissed off right now. Let me tell you something. So, I've done lost track at it at this point. I might be approaching the 5th week without a car. Now, these motherfuckers told me that it'd probably take about maybe 6 weeks. But they had the fucking engine within a week. And then I call the motherfuckers. I call the dealership. I call corporate. I got a case number, all of this shit. I mean, they're going to reimburse me for all of the fucking like Ubers and shit. But nigga, fuck that. I want my fucking car. So I called them. I called the dealer, and the dealer they hit me with the annoying customer line where it's like, oh, such and such is not going to be in today, and we don't have this. We'll call you when we're ready. Basically, don't fucking call here no more. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I called corporate, and I'm like, yo, this is what's going on. Corporate's like, oh, we'll take care of that. Let us email such and such and such. Boom, boom, boom. Let us try to call the dealership. The dealership didn't answer. Whatever. Motherfucker, we got to email it. All right, cool. Now, call back corporate the next day because fuck you. This is the 3rd week I haven't had my car. You motherfuckers don't even have a loaner for me, you piece of shit motherfuckers. I am so pissed off at this shit. Where was I? Oh, 3rd week. And so the dude calls me and tells me, hey, look, they approved the motor, whatever. Okay, cool. Why are you not working on my shit? Call corporate again. The lady is like, oh, well, we're waiting on the email from such and such and blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling her, I was like, do you realize, like, I've been getting the runaround from this? Like, and I know all of those calls are recorded. I didn't curse nobody out, but I kept using the word unacceptable because white people understand when you say this is unacceptable. So let me get my shit off, yo. So the lady's like, all right, so we got to wait for the email to come back from X, Y, and Z. All right, cool. You understand I'm pissed off. So I'll go on Twitter and I tweet out like, yo, this is the last time I ever buy a fucking Kia, even though this is the first time I bought a Kia and I really like the car, but I'm never buying a Kia again, ever. Even though I love to tell you, Rod, fuck y'all. I am not buying that shit. I'm going on my 5th week without my car. There's no explanation. They tell me that these motherfuckers had a nationwide cyber attack. So apparently, because they had a cyber attack, a nigga can't turn the wrench to put my goddamn engine in. Because the engine fell because of Kia. Because they made this little shitty fucking engine. And I'm getting a brand new engine. So I think that that's pretty cool. I'm going to have an older car with 0 miles on it. Hey. So they hit me with that. And I'm like, you got to be fucking shitting me. Like, there's a cyber attack, a nationwide cyber attack. You guys fucking websites and all of that shit's fucked up. That's not my problem. What's up with my car? Do you got a loaner for me? Do you not have a loaner for me? Is somebody turning a wrench? Is they not turning a wrench? Nobody has any fucking answers for me. So I tweeted them and they were like, oh, we're sorry to hear about that. Send us your information and blah, blah, blah. So I sent them the information. These motherfuckers called me and basically told me don't go to the fucking dealership. Because my next step was going to the dealership. I was literally going to pull up on them like, yo, where the fuck is my car? What's going on? They basically said, listen.
Arrested.
Yeah, exactly. Because my wife kept trying to amp me up like, well, I would do this and I would say that. And I'm like, yo, I can't really go off on them like that because I'm going to end up in jail. But whatever. They emailed me talking about some, this is the process. We had a cyber attack and nobody's able to do anything. This place doesn't have a loaner. So if you find a place with a loaner, you're welcome to go there, but you would have to pull your vehicle out, send it there and start the whole process over again. Yeah, they basically told me to sit my stupid ass down. Yes, and I am so fucking heated, but I can't do shit. I can't do shit.
Who owns the dealership?
Well, so that's the thing about Kia. Each of their dealerships are independently owned. So it's not like...
Who owns it?
I don't know who owns it. It's Kia of Inglewood, though. I'm not happy with them.
You go on Google
how we get them?
New Jersey business license. Inglewood. It'll tell you who owns it.
Oh, okay. We're going to find this motherfucker.
Every
Which is crazy
has
because I used to deliver their mail. Fucking assholes. So, yeah, that's my beef with Kia and corporate and whatever. But, listen, I got to chill now. I've really exhausted like every other than going up in there and yelling at everybody and telling people to fuck off. So what do you want from me? I don't know. Where we at? What we doing? You got anything?
I want you to have your car.
I want my fucking car too, man. I just had to fucking pay the insurance and my goddamn registration. I need my shit. I almost didn't want to pay it because I was like, I ain't even driving off it, but it's like I need my shit to be on the road, and like I don't want no issues, man. I don't want no issues, man. All right, where the fuck we at? White people out here acting up again.
Every day. That's what they do.
So this was another story that I saw, and I was like, I don't know. Like you know how a lot of shit that pops up be sketches. Like motherfuckers just be filming shit for content.
A lot of that lately. Yeah. And motherfuckers be just talking and getting all emotional and shit say it's a sketch.
Yeah, and it'd be like, all right, man, like I hate being fooled, but whatever. So there was this mom on Twitter. Hold on. I don't even think she was on Twitter, but no, the video's from TikTok. I don't know where this lady's from. Hold on.
Can we normalize sending the other family money for play dates? So recently, my daughter had a friend over, and I asked her mom for money, and this is how it went. So after the play date, I texted her mom and I said, thanks for letting Jamie play today. Please help out with your share of the expenses for the play date, totaling $15 via Venmo. Let's do it again sometime. Because I can't keep doing these play dates if it's so expensive. And she said, expenses? And I said, yeah, she used supplies and food while she was here. And this way we can do this more often without a monetary obligation on just one party, right? Makes sense.
Bitch.
No, she didn't say much. But she did say what supplies. And of course I wrote them down. There was chalk, applesauce, fruit. She sat on the couch, so that's wear and tear.
What?
She actually broke a toy. She had 3 juice boxes. She went to the bathroom. She had yogurt. Then she
charged her for going to the bathroom.
I sent her a message thanking her for it, of course. She didn't say anything else, but I said, this will make it easier for us to do more play dates in the future. So what do you guys think?
You're a stupid fucking... See you next Tuesday. I'm on fire, but I ain't that on fire. I ain't about to wild out. But no, that's fucked up.
I don't know.
I know. First of all, if you're having guests, nobody charges guests. Like if I invite you to my house, I don't say, hey, that's $5 for that beer. Those snacks is what?
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's
company ain't free. Don't be just coming over here sitting in my house because I invited you.
That's actually some nigga shit. I would expect this from a nigga.
That shit crazy. But no, you can't expect shit from niggas just because niggas is poor. Them motherfuckers be the ones trying to give you a spoonful of fucking rice. When there's 800 motherfuckers, it be the motherfuckers that own a house and got time to be on TikTok and shit charging for flushing the goddamn toilet. It be white people.
That is crazy. How do you figure out how much a flush costs?
Stop thinking it's niggas. It be white people.
No, I'm just saying niggas always want to try to get $1 out of you for some bullshit. But how much you think it costs to flush a toilet?
She know.
That's fucking crazy. You know how much free time you gotta have. She
probably fucking tell her kids you only got like 3 uses a day. Make it. Can't you wait to pee until you have to poop? So then that way you only have to use.
You don't have to flush it once. Yeah.
Oh man, she count the fucking rolls.
That's that country living. Because sometimes when you go out to certain countries, they have if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Like that type of shit. Only because their septic systems can't handle it. When we stayed in fucking Culebra, the house was built like it was like, first of all, like the infrastructure out there isn't great. And Culebra is an island, so the house was built into the damn mountain. And when you flush the toilet, the shit came out of a little tube in front of the house. Yeah, that was the house where the fucking rooster tried to attack me. Shit was crazy.
I mean, it reads. The rooster's mad because you're shitting on his fucking front lawn
Rooster
when he's
said,
trying
"Hey,
to chill.
yo."
He out here, yeah. He like, who dropping bombs, nigga?
Word.
He want to fight. It was you. It was a
Yeah.
man. It had to be you.
Nah, because
Like
they
you
told
say.
us, they was like, look, don't put no what they say, don't put no tissue.
Yeah, don't put no.
Yeah, down the toilet. It's like, what? Don't put there's some wild shit. But anyway, what were we talking about? Yo, who the fuck does that? First of all, I think that's rude as shit. Fuck
It's
you
rude as
and
shit.
your kids, right? Like, we'll never be back. The mom did actually pay her the money on Venmo. That's why I'm like, I don't know if it's a skit or not, but the conversation should be had because I'm sure there are people out there that feel this way. Me, on the other hand,
Well, it used to be that you'd pay for play dates if you took your kids someplace,
right,
and it wouldn't be the person necessarily asked. They may mention it's a cost.
right,
They may mention it's a cost. They may cover like the ticket is like $10 to get to some little carnival,
right.
and the mother who invited everybody pays for like the pizza party situation, or that the kid's going somewhere like skating and there's a cost, or you give your kid pocket money because they're going somewhere where they got like popcorn, French fries, and
Right.
you don't want the other parent to have to like come out their pocket. You don't know how many other kids, so there's like a little bit of a middle ground in there, but just like coming over drinking juice boxes, and she had
That's pretty fucked
that's
up. You
the
charge the kid
toilet.
for
She
sitting on the
sat on the
couch.
couch and is wearing tear, bitch.
Yo, I would never go over that house again. Fuck you and these kids. So, all right. So it's different for everybody. What's so funny about this is I think
But that's outside versus at your house. Like that
right.
is weird.
But so even all things considered, right? I had this conversation years ago. Me and my brother was having this conversation because there was a summer where we had the kids with us, and like some days I would have all the kids, some days he would have all the kids, but we would have our kids, and it worked out that way. And we talked about how it was like, no, like if I take the kids, I'm taking the kids. Like there's no question of you having to pay me back because it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of if you my brother or not. Like if we're all friends and shit and I'm like, yo, all right, I'm taking the kids here. You want to send your kids? Let's go. Like make it so it's enough. If I can't afford everybody, be like, look, I can't. You know what I'm saying? So I never looked at it that way, because if you take on the responsibility of watching or letting somebody's kids play with you, you take on that monetary cost. Now, if the parents want to give you something later on, cool. It should not be looked at as a requirement, but different strokes for different folks. I just think charging somebody for using the toilet and sitting on your couch is fucked up. Like if you wanted like $15 just because like you heard, and that was the other thing too. You only charged the $15. It's 15 punk ass fucking dollars.
Paint and supplies and paper.
Like I ain't a rich man, but like 15 fucking dollars. Like if you charge my kid $15 to hang out with you and your kid, you got to fight me. Because your kid is not that cool to fucking pay $15. Fuck that.
But for $15, you could take them to these little fucking places that they have like play dates for kids whose parents pay.
Okay, that's cool. If
like
we're going
Jamboree
to
or some shit. Like
right.
if I gotta pay a motherfucker, I might as well get like some teacher aids and some fucking equipment in this bitch. And
nah.
And like there's a sign on the door saying I'm gonna pay for it. Like, but just going next door over to like the little kid's house and your mama send the invoice. That's wild.
Yeah, it's a bit much. I ain't even gonna hold you. I just with that it just rubbed me the wrong way because I was like, who the fuck is this bitch? But then again, I might be getting fucking scammed again. I don't know, man. So yeah, whatever. Fuck that lady and them kids. Not the parent that had to pay though. I stand with the parent that had to pay. We are not hanging out with broke parents anymore.
Brokies.
But I don't got little kids, so I ain't got shit to worry about. That's for the rest of y'all out there. Just popping them out, the little angry babies.
They might not be assets.
Hey, might not yet. You never know. I don't know. I think that's still so weird, man. She was so serious about that shit. All right, where the fuck are we? Okay, before we get into that thread, let's talk about how domestic violence is normalized in certain professions. So there was that tweet. I don't know. Did you send me this tweet? I don't remember it, but I found this tweet where it said, I think you might have sent this to me, where it said that there was some data somewhere that show, police officers are more likely to be perpetrators of domestic violence than a protection from it. There's old data that says 40% of their partners are abused, and newer data that suggests we don't know the numbers because their departments ignore reports by victims. And this was in response to somebody saying police departments don't take stalking, child predators, and DV serious enough. You report some shit and they tell you it's not that serious, or we need more evidence. And that tweet goes on too as well. But that was interesting because I've had this theory for a while too. Today's like my day of theories. I'm like 2 for 2 at this point. Been on point. But there's a certain number of professions, and it's so funny because I have the list of them. There's a list. Top 10 professions known for having domestic abusers, or 10 professions with highest rate of domestic violence. It's crazy that that's a thing.
I didn't know there was a list.
Oh my God, yeah. It's on this website. It's called Insider Monkey, which it might be a little racist, but whatever. Number 10 is NHL players, hockey players.
I see it.
You surprised by it?
No.
First of all, they allow fighting in the game.
I was gonna say, they fucking let it rip on at work.
Yeah.
And it's encouraged.
Right. This is how we communicate with our fisticuffs. Like, what are we doing here? Okay. Number 8, MMA fighters. Holy shit. Hold on, no. 9, NFL athletes, sorry. 9 is the NFL, which we've seen that too. Like the motherfucker.
More of the let me jump on you and aggression and brain injuries and
high aggression jobs. Actually, this shit is super more common in. So the reason I bring up the NFL, other than it being on the list, is because we've seen over the past few years, even just in recent times, where the NFL sweeps a lot of that DV shit under the rug. But you go ahead and fight some dogs, see what the fucking NFL do to you. That's crazy. How the fucking Rottweilers got more rights than fucking humans?
I mean, shit, PETA be out these motherfuckers.
Fuck PETA.
PETA be out here. Don't get mad at the organization. Get mad at your organization not doing like their fucking organization. Like, don't be mad at PETA. Go fucking find out how PETA be out this bitch getting it done.
Yeah, I just don't like their approach. I really don't, because they make it seem like letting animals live, like the animals for food. They make it seem like letting them live and then eating all of their food makes more sense. Like, so if we all eating vegetables, what the fuck are, like, we gonna take all the vegetables from the animals, right? Yeah. So it's like, what the fuck? Like, listen, eat vegetables. It's good for you. You know what I'm saying? Keep the cholesterol down, all of that shit. But the sugars, keep that away from you, all of that. But my point being is, like, PETA's approach just is never nice about it. Like, if I want to wear a fucking mink coat, fuck you. Don't tell me to wear a fake mink coat. It don't hit the same. Okay? And minks are weird fucking creatures anyway. Like, what's the purpose of a mink? That's my other argument too. What are the purpose of certain animals?
God's creatures.
Why did he create them?
Ask him when you get there.
I will. That's actually top 10 on my list. Somewhere around there. Slavery's definitely number 1. Nigga, where the fuck were you?
I was right there.
when
You
these
ain't see
white
me?
people
I was right there helping the white people. You ain't see? You ain't notice?
like, hold up, so I don't even need to be here. Man, send me back to Earth. No, so what's the point of certain animals? Like there's you can't tell me that birds who can't fly have a purpose. Other than, I mean, like chickens, they eat ticks and all of that shit. Whatever. But they taste good when you fry the shit out of them motherfuckers. So hello? I'm just saying.
Nothing. I got
So
nothing. Animals don't have a point. That's like asking if your baby's an asset.
no, it's not. This is a legit
Is this
question.
animal an asset? Is this animal an asset? Why
It
is it?
totally is.
Should I be
Because
investing in the care of
yeah,
minks?
because
Are
if you
they an
take
asset?
care of it, at the end, so the difference between the animal and the kid, other than like the obvious, is with the animal, if you invest in it, you feed it, whatever, take care of it, make sure it's healthy and all of that shit. At the end, it's going to yield you something nice, nourishing that you and your family can live off of. Because the name of the game is survival. So that's why farmers had like mad kids, because it's like, yo, we got mad land. You little niggas got to work to earn your keep around here. So let's get to it. Treat the animals nice.
Back to that kids in the barn and the slavery, because
Nah, but these
shit gotta get
kids
done.
had to work there though. Their family was there. Like, you live on the farm. Like, no, all right, whatever.
Still labor.
It is, but I mean, the way of the world though.
So the mink is here so we can have wonderful coats.
What's the point of a mink? This is what I'm saying. You let me get off
So we can
topic
have
and
wonderful
shit.
coats.
All right, there we go. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Peter be on some bullshit. But all right, so back to this fucking topic.
Peter gets it done.
Sometimes I don't really.
We should get some Peter behind the motherfuckers beating ass.
So
and it's okay at work.
Number 8 is MMA fighters. We talked about that. Them niggas are just like mad brutal anyway. I feel like there's really no need to say it. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. Number 7 is customer service workers. Sorry. Okay.
I see it though. I see it.
It says this study shows that the rates of domestic violence among female-dominated occupations are 47% higher when compared to men in managerial positions. Somewhat surprisingly, professional athletes and men at dangerous jobs have a lesser percentage. What? So they're saying the women are like this? Oh no, dudes that have to work for women. Holy shit.
And customer service, where you're getting chewed the fuck out all day. And I was thinking like customer service. They only call like low level shit customer service. Anything else, you're like a specialist, or like you could tell a motherfucker no. You could tell a motherfucker some shit they don't want to hear. But when you're a customer service rep, you just gotta like sit there.
Oh, if you're in any profession, because like part of my profession is dealing with customers too, and yeah, the motherfuckers can be annoying, yeah. So, but that makes me in customer service. But I ain't over here like fucking putting fisticuffs on my woman. That's crazy. Okay, clerks. What type of clerks? Number 6 is clerks. Another female-dominated profession mentioned in the source, which ranks as number 6. Being physically violent at home makes up for the depressing feeling because one is working with the weaker sex. What? A man without a well-established...
They gotta take instruction from chicks. They mad. So
yeah, I was about to say. A man with a well-established awareness of self-worth and others' worth, for that matter, is more likely to give in to that violent criminal act. What? One more reason for choosing customer service workers and clerks is the fact that these two jobs are the lowest paid. Yeah, exactly. So they're saying that motherfuckers is depressed, so they beating on their women because they ain't making enough money. And they working for women. Textile workers. What the fuck is textile working? Is that like just factory jobs?
Factory jobs.
So they're just lumping all the poor people in here. So it's like if you're poor, no, not poor because the fucking
No.
professional athletes, but it's like professional athletes at the top and then all of the poor in the middle. It's a fucking savage sandwich. All right, number 4 is funny. Nurses. Ain't they saving lives?
No, I think a lot of nurses are psychos.
Really? Well, I guess
I
it,
think
it
so.
takes a special person to want to be dealing with other people's bodily functions and fluids and shit. So
Well, I didn't even think of that. Like, because like the whole thought of having somebody's life in my hands is a little strange. If you're
that
like a
too.
surgeon, and well, yeah, like the higher you go up, doing some like weird surgery shit that only like 4 motherfuckers in the fucking country do, you feel real fucking confident in your abilities to be like,
Yeah.
I'll be the person to make sure I can
Some of the motherfuckers
replace
think
your
they God.
brain. That's what I'm saying. So it takes, to me, a certain type of person to want to have responsibility to that extent of life. And then you have, if you see how some people behave online and then like research them, they'll be nurses. So
Mm.
you're online being like a fucking nut, like some type of maniac or like a troll or whatever. And then to find out you work in healthcare, I don't be surprised. It's never like a pharmacist. It's always like a nurse.
They're saying that with nurses, along with uh physical or like just regular old violence, they're saying that a lot of it is sexual violence. They're saying 43% of Indian women reported physical violence and 30% reported sexual violence. That's insane.
I believe it.
Jesus. All right, number 3 is soldiers. I mean, that speaks for itself. You send these motherfuckers over there to kill people in the name of keeping your family safe. Of course you're going to come back. Fucked up. Number 2, correctional officers. That makes sense. They got to deal with fucking criminals. See, and when I say it makes sense, I'm not saying that, all right, they're justified for what they're doing. I'm just saying it makes fucking
it
sense.
reads.
Yeah,
It
it's
reads.
like, I can see why they go hand in hand. No pun intended. That's a bad fucking joke. Oh my God. I said correctional officers, and then number 1 is police officers. Even on this list, the number 1 was police officers. So it is kind of a poverty sandwich. You got the police, correction, and military and nurses at the bottom, and then everybody else is in between is fucking poor. And then you got the athletes at the top. Fucking so it's only hockey and football, which are the 2 contact sports. But I'm sure the basketball players, they got their issues. Baseball players too. All these motherfuckers are. It takes a certain type of brain in a motherfucker to be an athlete. Like they all just kind of wired the same. They're just fucking computers, and they turn on and they do their job. And once they turn on, it's hard to turn them off, especially them goddamn football players. Them niggas is meatheads. Pause.
That's crazy. That was nuts.
I have opinion about athletes, but
Hey man, now's the time. I mean,
no, motherfuckers ain't the brightest light bulb, and
oh no,
they're not the most interesting.
No, not in the
Like,
least bit.
aside from like you're rich and you look good, like I don't know.
No, but yeah, they're not the brightest. It's the fun. You know what's so funny? It's like I don't know if you'll get the comparison, but it's like how battle rappers are dope at battle rapping, but they can't make a good song to save their lives. So it's like you're good over here. You're in this profession. You're in this group, but you're good over here and you suck over here. So it's like, yeah, you're a rich fucking black person or whatever, but you're fucking a cornball. You're not cool.
Yeah, it could be grooming too. Like we're talking about Tiger. Like you don't fucking talk to people. You
Okay.
don't go out and just like uh learn a fucking personality. You
That's
don't
why
go out
Tiger
here
was
and get
chasing the
like
hoes.
rejection. And you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have homeboys that you tell your life to, and they can help manage your emotions and expectations. All you got is like the fucking baseball glove and niggas yelling at you or telling you that you ain't shit. eating fucking granola and working out and you sleep like 12 hours a day because your schedule is so fucking demanding.
That
I'd
is
be mad
insane.
too.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But it's
So
still no excuse to.
you're like an adult kid. You're like
Yeah,
you didn't get your emotional shit gathered, and or they're encouraging you to be competitive and aggressive.
yeah. So yeah, there's no middle ground. There's no gray area. You're either on one end of the spectrum or the other. That's fucked up. Hey man, listen. So at that point too, though, a lot of people take on a lot of this shit, right? Like if you're a professional athlete, I guess at some point you can walk away if you decide that you've had enough. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of them, especially the ones like that have some sort of common sense, are pretty self-aware. If that makes sense.
Some, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Um,
Like they understand that, the purpose of this isn't that great, but I do it because I'm good at it and they pay me a lot of money to do it, not because I'm fucking some superhero that they try to make you
there's
out to
those
be.
people, and there's people that quit. There's a video. I forgot his name. I can look it up real quick. It's "Take Me to Church," and the guy dancing is the song is by Hosier, who I like, but there's a video version of it with a dancer who quit, and this was his final dance. But he had been, and I watched a documentary about it, and he was talking about how he had been talented since he was a kid. Sergey Polunin, and it looks like it's no longer here. But his video about him being a professional dancer, he was from like Russia, some fucking where. So he's been training since like a young kid.
Okay.
And his mother and father were together. I'm not sure about the dynamics of their relationship, but the mother moved to take him closer to where he can like coach at, where he could like get his lessons at, or like close to the city for opportunities, whatever, which left the father living where he's living, which also separated the father and the son, which affected him. So there's like, you want your family to be normal, but they're not normal due to your opportunities and talent. And you don't really have much to say because you're a kid. What are the other options? Your parents working at a factory, and you can be like a regular kid. Like, it's a lot to ask when
Mm.
you know you have this opportunity in front of you. Then it's not even like you're dancing professionally dancer. He became the principal male ballerina of like the country.
Damn. Okay.
And he said he's never had a chance to decide if he didn't want to dance.
Oh, so he basically forced into it.
He can't. He said if he doesn't practice daily, he risks injury.
So
If
he's
he doesn't,
like, yeah, he's like, so
no vacations, no parties,
right.
no deviation from what he needs to do
That's
what he
like
needs to do.
super conditioning, which is fucked up because like if you stop doing it, then your body breaks down.
And his body was broke the fuck down. His feet look crazy, his legs look crazy. Like, his body is amazing, but at the same time, it's a lot of wear and tear.
Right. But they
Daily.
say the same thing happens to like people when they retire, right? Like if let's say you do one thing for 50, 60 years, that's all you know. Is this 40, 50 years? Like 50, 60 years working is crazy, but still, some motherfuckers stay at a job for 40 plus years. So if you're doing this one thing for 40 some odd years and you stop doing it, your body is going to break down because you got to have something to do. Like you got to do something because if not, I mean, obviously just go on vacation if you got it like that. But yeah, no, that's fucking crazy.
So this was his. I don't think he even announced that he was retiring. This was him retiring, and it's a beautiful thing. But it was just like, That's insanity. I just
It
sent it
is.
to you if you want to see it.
Okay, yeah, I'll
So
probably check it out.
so he was aware of how different he was, and like doing things like he'll now he's like working with like whomever artist. He's like dancing in like ad campaigns. He's like in random people's videos, and so he's just like having a life. He did go back to dancing for a little while, but I think he started competing on TV, like doing like random shit with it. But it was because he wanted to, or maybe that's his way of like experiencing life. He does also have a lot of tattoos, and his tattoos are kind of violent looking.
Violent high, like what are they like?
He has cuts on him. I wouldn't even say tattoos. I would say he's a cutter.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But they're covered up with tattoos. But yeah, that like there's people who are in that type of life and they're self-aware enough, but then even that is like for in order for him to choose his own life, he had to destroy kind of everything that he worked towards.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, so that's always been like my thought process too, right? Like I'm always, me, self-destruct. Like I built this and throw a bomb in there and blow it all up because it's
That's the
like,
fun part.
yeah, it is actually. Only because in some lights you feel like, all right, this isn't going the way I planned, or in order for me to start anew, I have to destroy all of this. Like you can't try to rebuild over here with this falling. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of is almost like closing the door, so that way whatever happened doesn't make its way into what you're trying to do.
Or any type of deviation, because it was like all like it was like political, like
Okay, yeah,
he's out here dancing like he's on Broadway, ew, in America, or like whatever he was doing, they were like, oh,
right. It's like
how could he? And the press was like, oh, he's shaming the whole industry because he has the audacity to cut his hair.
Right, and then everybody turns on you if it like. So I kind of understand what he's doing. Like, yo, all right, leave that shit alone. Go over here. That's the whole thing about the reinvention. You know what I'm saying? Like when people reinvent themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like you were known, which is why I also think that people need to learn how to give people second chances, right? Because if you were known for being the loud, drunk, knocking over shit, getting into fights, whatever it is, if you're trying to reinvent yourself and like whatever, you're sober now, or maybe you're not even sober, but you are self-aware and you understand that's not who I want to be. So you do all of the work. You shouldn't be defined by that. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get the whole like reinvention. You got to redesign it, repackage it, resell it, make it look brand new, make people feel like they're getting something special.
Or maybe feel like you're getting something special.
That too. There's some self-gratitude there too.
Because you've been giving everybody else what they think about you is special.
Right.
Yeah, there's people that and I think that's consistent what you talked about the being like forced into a certain type of way of life. That's for any type of industry. If you were like a competitive chess player, a piano player,
Right.
like if you don't do that, then don't fucking talk to us. And like, what about your future, which is AKA our future? Like, what about the income you're not making for us, you slash like whatever the fuck? And you got people who are aware of it and they're like, I don't want to be like this. And you got people who are like, I'm frustrated. I'm gonna go home and beat my wife ass.
Yeah. And that's not good. So I guess people
It's
need
not
to
good.
have fucking no, it's not. People need to have fucking hobbies. I don't know, man. Get them something to do. All right. Yeah. So we dragged that one out. I mean, but it was worth it. Top 10 fucking professions. That's crazy, man. You motherfuckers is out here wilding for no reason whatsoever. All right. So what do you want to do? You want to talk about this weird, creepy cameraman, or you want to get into the thread about the fucking crazy casinos, or the
crazy
the saddest things casino workers have seen? This
Yo,
is a
that
crazy
thread
ass fucking
killed
thread.
Me. thread.
But
killed
before we go,
me.
shout out to that cameraman. What was that in India? So last pod, was it? Last pod we were talking about how there are men who purposely just brush up against women like to get their rocks off. And
Yeah.
this guy caught the shit like on tape, like as it happened. And when I saw it, I was like, ew, that's gross. Like, why would he do? Like, he purposely did that too. Like, you little dirty motherfucker. And the guy with the camera basically started punching him and slapping the shit out of him in his face.
That's
and
what you need to get to.
And the guy was standing there caught like, yeah, I did it, but like, don't say nothing or like, let me go. And it's like, no, dude, wear this ass whooping. Because that's fucked up. Like, that you shouldn't have done. So.
On the big list of sexual assault.
Yeah.
That was a no-no.
That was the big one. That was like, well, are you fucking kidding me?
But that's so common, that brushing against a motherfucker
And you
in
said
public, that shit's so common.
Yeah. And the fact that you look how the universe works. Check out that algorithm. Where the fuck is this thread at? Why can I not see it?
The internet gods.
Yeah. This goddamn, you said we were having a storm, right? I did just fucking update this goddamn iPad and I didn't re-download Twitter. No, X, Twitter. Fucking Twitter. So I didn't re-download. So it's downloaded now, but goddamn it, battery done died on that one. Bam.
Oh, damn.
I got a third one though. Look at that.
Ow.
Stay ready. Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh, is you all right? Is you okay?
Yeah. We good. Yeah, we good. All right. We back up in here. So what the fuck we got? Oh, I was downloading Twitter. There we go.
Crazy casinos and weirdos. That happened to me across the street at the store.
What? Oh, some guy brushed up against you?
Mm-hmm.
That's so gross. People need their ass whooped. And that guy got his ass whooped like as he should, but like that's fucked up. And then the UK prison guard, that's fucking an inmate.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Somebody says she's an OnlyFans girl. So that makes me question that whole fucking video.
They said her and her husband swing.
Ah.
So he's home like real excited about she gonna come home with a glizzy.
Okay. All right.
She gonna come home with some inmate glizzy.
Come on now, dog.
All right. So that's so weird, man. Look, and I'm not geek shaming. Yeah, exactly.
Freaky ass nigga. Freaky ass nigga.
Fucking weirdos out here wilding. All right. So casino workers, what is the saddest thing you ever seen? So it started on Reddit actually, and people went down the list. What was your craziest one that you saw on here?
Oh, they were talking about the kids.
The ones with the kids that were sleeping in the
lobby. They would
lobby.
make sure they'd have a Christmas tree up, and they'd come out, and the people are like tucking their kids under the Christmas tree, and then going back to gambling.
I don't even like casinos, yo.
The kids ain't got nobody watching them, and you're in like this weird ass fucking place
with no windows, no clocks
on that floor.
Oh, yeah, that's just gross.
Recycle air.
I don't fuck with casinos, like, and I. Listen, anybody that knows me knows that, like, no. They're fun only in the nighttime, but you got to leave, man. You got to leave. You have to leave during the nighttime. Don't stay. Because I remember we spent New Year's, I think it was 05 going into 06. Where the fuck were we? We were in AC. But we spent New Year's there. I think it was 06, 05 going into 06. I forget. But we saw Erykah Badu at the House of Blues. Erykah Badu is a beautiful woman. That year was dope, but that was the first time I ever saw Atlantic City during the day. And that shit was wildly depressing. Like, when I tell you,
it looks like the After Effects scene at like an apocalypse movie.
Yes.
The sky is gray no matter what the fucking season.
It was sunny and there was still gray sky out there.
Like Godzilla bit the buildings and shit.
There's
weird. Like no landscaping really.
You know what did it for me was seeing the pawn shops where they say we take house deeds. I said, yo, like, you know, I only thought that was a joke where it's like motherfuckers lose the house at the casino, but like you could really take your house deed. Oh my God.
So you think it's a good idea to run your ass up in here? First of all, why do you have your house deed on hand?
That's another thing too. Like motherfuckers should not be able to have that
You
shit on
came
hand.
here with your house deed in your pocket because you already knew if shit get fucked up, fuck this house.
This is
Yeah, all
exactly.
the
This is the
motherfuckers that live in
last
there.
straw. That's crazy.
That shit's wild.
But hey, listen, respect, man. I don't know. I'm just even more twisted at the fact that there's a whole thread and people are really fucking like not happy with this. So yeah, like somebody said, it's a scary thread, but the stories are real. And he said, you know, you send people spend ridiculous amounts of money,
And
kids
then they
sleeping on
jump off some
chairs.
shit.
One lady wanted to cash a check made out to the electric company. She wanted to know if she could scratch out the electric company name and write in the casino name. I told her we could not do that. Yeah, sleeping in chairs. Last casino they put up the Christmas trees for the kids. That's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. And like gambling's a real addiction. I'm glad I never fell in love
I
with
used
it.
to work at a gambling place. I don't think I told you
How
the
was
story.
that?
The motherfuckers, the high rollers would call in to fund their accounts that morning. So you had like 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, and you have to fund your account to gamble.
Wow. So they have to have that much money to start?
That's what the location did. They confirmed. They like these motherfuckers did banking. They fucking did background checks. They did like these people did. They had all type of information and resources on different industries concerning finance, because it all circled back into who are these people? Are they who they should be? And are they allowed to gamble? Are they in the proper location to gamble? It was online gambling. And did they have the assets? Because you're attaching cards and digital money and all this to your account.
Right.
So there was a whole department that
the
would
background
confirm
check.
that you had the money. Yeah. There's a
That's
whole
crazy.
everybody got a background check. There's a certain type of way that they can confirm, and people are like forwarding in like forged shit, and they'd be able to tell like a Nevada license has 7 digits, whereas this has 8. They would be able to look at the pictures and be like, oh no, they changed the picture where it should be the hologram in the background as of 1997, and this is for 99. It doesn't have it. Like they knew all type of shit. And this is like the same dude sending in some false bullshit. They have flags in the account because somebody put a flag on your account. Like you're here fucking with the kids' college money, the house, and your spouse
Everything.
called in the bank and was like, no, this nigga can't do nothing. And they'd be trying to convince you, no, that's my wife. My name is on the account. And da da da
Look
da
at the
da
wife
da.
hating this shit.
Just bugging. Then
Trying
you
to
have
save
people
her
who would
life.
call and cry. They would ask you to add $1 to their account because you need $5 to play or $3 to play or whatever. Lend them 50 cents. They're good for it. 25
Lend them
cents.
50 cents.
They had monitors on that bitch to get you off if you played more than 12 hours straight.
Wow.
For your mental health, because people would sit home and just play and play and play. Like the same thing in the casino with the sitting there pissing and shitting in the chair.
Really?
Would be the same shit they would do at home. Just sit there and not sleep, not eat,
Oh,
not
like
move,
so
not,
online gambling and shit. Online gambling
it was
is
an
crazy.
online gambling platform. Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. And people, they were like stories. Like these people had names. And customer service, you can't hang up because Sarah is on the phone crying.
Nah.
And she's hysterical because she's been blocked for 7 days where she can't gamble because she needs to go outside and touch grass.
Yikes.
And they had a panic button where they can go call somebody to come talk to you about how your emotional issues that you're having now that you're not able to gamble.
That's
so you can have the people come talk to you.
This,
the Get Right Needle.
This seriously
Right
invested in this shit. What the fuck? And if you don't get these motherfuckers the fuck out of here, I'm trying to fucking gamble. Ain't nobody got time to talk about this shit. Yeah, I have a problem. I need to win. That's my problem. If you let me win, get the fuck out my way, we be
You
good.
seen dude drop dead at the table and they was annoyed that he dropped dead at the table? Like,
Yeah, I'll be mad too. You fucking up the game. I'm on a roll right now. Listen, condolences to his family, but yo, get this nigga the fuck out the way.
well, how? But he like they gotta wait or just knock his ass over. And
I mean, listen, can we split his chips or do you got to send his shit back home? I mean, I'm just saying. If he can lay there, if we can split his chips, he can lay there until fucking God comes to get him himself. I don't give a shit.
No, the stairs from Bugs Bunny come down. The lit stairs.
Yeah. Like about fucking time you showed up. Shit.
But yeah, gambling is some
Been
bullshit.
down $3,000. This motherfucker been dead for an hour. You gotta come. Somebody got to pull up. Bad fucking luck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really fuck with casinos. Just because like they're creepy, man. It's the weirdest fucking. It's just creepy. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know what to say about casinos, man. Other than they're fucking creepy.
I've went with people. The first time I went with like a person, it was my ex, and this nigga made 6 figures. We really didn't have an issue with money, but I had like the worst panic attack watching him.
Oh,
because in my mind, I'm thinking about, I'm like, oh my God, I got to pay
You
for
doing
camp on
math and
Monday.
shit.
Oh my God. I was in the PSCNG. I got to send the checkout. Oh my God. And he's just like, and it wasn't like he was bugging. He's paying like $1, $5 machine. Whatever the fuck he was doing, the motherfucker could afford the bitch.
Right.
But in my mind, I never have enough money to just fucking gamble for
false hope.
What? That's like, I might as well put the shit in the collection plate. False hope. Talking about if I pay that motherfucker here, it's gonna come back over there. That's never been my gag, but that shit made me. I was lightheaded at the fucking casino because I was like, oh my God. I was like, can we go outside? And I just wanted to walk up and down the boardwalk, which I like the beach better. I like the fucking boardwalk better. And then, like you said, like every other fucking place is a pawn shop.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is every other place a pawn shop? We take gold, silver, diamonds, dice, gold teeth, dentures. We take, I was like,
firstborns. Like,
I was like, well, who does? Why does? And he was like, oh, people come out here, they gamble with their money and lose. And I was like, oh, like I got anxiety all over again. And I was like, I don't like it here.
Yeah, it's fucking depressing shit. I remember I saw like a real live pimp. Like this nigga had on fucking the whole pimp attire. He had fucking he had finger waves.
Get the box set.
This nigga had on like some gold and royal blue vest with some royal blue pants and some gold and royal blue fucking gators. This nigga, yo, you just saw the nigga walk. You're like, and I was with a group of people and we all stopped and was like, what the fuck?
Is that a pimp?
Yeah, exactly. That's what everybody said. Is that a pimp?
I think he's a pimp.
That's exactly what happened. And I was like,
he gonna start pimping on us. Oh.
Nah, so we saw the hoe coming. That's how that's what caught our attention. We saw the whole niggas was like, oh shit. And then you see it, you're like, oh shit. Is that a pimp?
And a hoe, like a horse and carriage.
Yeah. Oh,
out
man.
in public together.
Out in public, looking like a one big dysfunctional family if I ever saw one, god damn it.
No, gambling some bullshit. Vegas is different, but even Vegas is like a bigger version of the same disappointment in the daytime.
I used to be scared of Vegas. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, Vegas is capped like a motherfucker. Vegas
Not even that. So back in the day when I was like really wilding, like I just thought like Vegas and Miami are probably the two places I might die in, just from like overdosing or something. Whether it's like, yeah, exactly, either too much alcohol or too many drugs, or maybe somebody got me. But when I went to Miami, I was sober, so like that was like, all right, it was different. Like it's fucking Miami. There's nothing really special about it.
Okay, daylight. So what?
People, yeah, exactly. People, beaches. Ooh, fucking water's still cold. But so I haven't done Vegas yet. I still want to do Vegas. Just because like it's one of those like you have to go. Like you can't call yourself an American and have never been to Vegas at least once. I don't even care if it's the airport. You still got to go so you can see what it looks like, experience it, and fucking tell your grandkids about the fucking wild time you had in Vegas. Everybody's got to have a wild Vegas story. That's just the way it should be. If you don't have a wild Vegas story before you leave here, sorry, you didn't really live long enough, and you probably come back as one of those angry babies.
Yeah, I got. We should do a Vegas trip.
I
We should do a
like that.
Vegas trip. My siblings live in Vegas.
Yeah, I
Two of
need.
my siblings live in Vegas. My brother has a house. He was like, "No, we could have a party here. I have enough space for everybody." I was like, "Nigga, did you forget who the fuck we are?"
Talk
And
about
then
partying.
and then he's the baby. So that's like from 30s to 50s.
Mm.
And we're all crazy. So you want to invite all of us to your house, the way we drink and do our vices, to hop the fuck around.
That nigga's gonna be wilding.
But I'm on it though. I would love to. Vegas is. I don't have a wild story about Vegas because no, I do. I do. The girls kidnapped my brother,
Oh shit, really?
and I was drunk tweeting behind like
Oh, so this happened in the
a
Twitter
video game.
era. Oh shit.
I was drunk tweeting behind a video game because I found an electrical socket, and my shit was like cross-eyed. I was fucked up, but I was taking pictures and grinning and shit. And I came I came from behind the machines, and my brother had wandered off with the drink girls, and he
The
don't drink
drink
like
girls are
that.
always fun.
And he had a lot of money with a gold chain, and they love the fucking East Coast.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I mean, see, that's the other thing too. No matter where you go, somebody always going to think that you're cool.
I ain't want the white hoes to get my brother though.
White holes are fun sometimes. Don't tell Dr. Umar though. I think he's gonna be like,
mean-
"What did you say? What did you say, brother?" He was going off on LeBron James Jr. because
What's wrong with LeBron James? The girl? Oh
No,
wait.
so Bronny just got drafted to the Lakers. Shout out to him. Shout out to LeBron. I'm not a basketball head, so I don't really care too much about the logistics of the game. But I think that is dope that his father has enough clout to actually pull his son in on the same team, because his son, I think he got drafted way down in the fucking draft. Like he's a lot of people. The controversy is a lot of people don't think that Bronny is qualified or ready to be in the NBA. So they're saying the only reason he got there is because of his father, and it's like, yeah, so the fuck what? Who cares, motherfucker? Like, what parent would, especially a black parent, would not be happy to share that moment with their kid? You know what I'm saying?
Being
Like,
the asset.
yeah.
Being the asset.
But I think it's cool because it's like that's another level. That's a new level of nepotism that I don't think our people have experienced yet, and I'm all for it. I don't care how good or how crappy he plays of the damn sport. I don't give a shit. But the fact that he could play with his father on a professional level, and you know what I'm saying, it's almost like
Just warms your heart.
right. It's like the new Lion King and
Warm a
shit.
thug heart.
It's my version of the Lion King in real life. It's like he's gonna hold Bronny up and and then rub his thumb across.
Just don't throw him off a cliff.
Nah, I don't. And the memes are funny too. So I think it's going to be nice. Like I said, I don't care about sports like that. I'm really not the sports guy. But the fact that his father was able to do that for him, I think should be applauded. And that's my other TED Talk for the week.
So is LeBron's son's job a black job? Is that a black job? Is that thug employment? Is that a nigga career? What is
A
that?
nigga career.
'Cause we got black jobs. out
Niggas
there.
with careers or career niggas, right?
What is it? Which one is it? I need to know.
I don't know. That's a tough one. Shit. Beats the hell out of me. I can't call it, to be honest with you. I don't even know what a black job would be. I do know I'm tired of these goddamn politicians playing in our fucking faces. Like, it's kind of gross at this point.
They said the Mexicans is gonna take the motherfucking jobs from us, and niggas should be more concerned about flipping burgers and picking fucking strawberries and fields. We should be more concerned with
they want to
like
send us back
busting
to
down
fucking
fucking chickens
slavery.
and shit in a warehouse. We should be
Yeah.
more concerned with the future of our employment in this country. That's what them crackers said on TV.
Basically, watch your back, nigga.
You're gonna take away that McDonald's job, then what you gonna do?
Yeah, because
DEI is gone, so we ain't gonna be just putting y'all motherfuckers places where y'all should go.
right, and motherfuckers is out here being like, "Yo, we want livable wages," and they're like, "Fuck your livable wages. We can pay somebody else like less than that." So I think that's the bigger picture that a lot of people are missing out on. That and the amount of migrants that are coming in, and just it's insane, man. I don't know. I'm not getting into the political bag because I can't trust none of these motherfuckers. I just think they should freaking like roll the dice and start over. Like, hey, switch everything, everybody out. Like, bring a whole new like regime in, like everywhere, all the way around. Shit, remember a few weeks ago, the girl was going at what's the bad built butch body chick, Marjorie Green Taylor. That shit happened on
bitch body. I didn't know what was going on. I
Yo,
just know that shit was funny.
That shit was hilarious. And them old white men were like just shaking their head like this is some ratchet shit.
And it turned into songs and memes. It was a good time.
It was. And look, it Marjorie, whatever the fuck her name is, Margarine, you had it coming. That's what we're gonna call it, Margarine, because you look like some goddamn butter. You had this shit coming. Because you be out here talking shit to people and you think because you're a white woman that nobody's going to say anything to you. And you met your match with that young lady. I forget her name, but shout out to her. Because somebody had to do it. And I like to see the new generation of politicians like from like our age and like younger, like it's pretty cool to see these motherfuckers because I think freaking Marjorie Green, I don't think she's like above 45. So like all of these motherfuckers are within like our age range. So it's like, it's pretty funny to sit here and watch them fucking come alive on fucking Capitol Hill. It's amazing.
No, get activated. I'm into it.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it. But they out here playing in our faces and I don't know what y'all want to do, but I know what I'm going to do. Protect my interests.
Vote for Trump because things are better.
I don't know about all. I don't know about none of these motherfuckers. I don't know about Sleepy Joe. Trump got bars, but I don't know about Trump. I don't know if I could trust him.
I don't give a fuck if Joe Biden need a motherfucker with a defibrillator standing next to his ass to pump him the fuck back to life. If that nigga flatline, I need somebody to be on it. I need him a motherfucker.
That's what Kamala's for. If Joe drops, Kamala steps up. Boom.
Kamala. Where the fuck did Kamala be?
I don't know, man. She be hiding. She probably be somewhere potting. I wouldn't be surprised if she got like a secret pod that she's been recording the last 4 years.
She got a troll account on Twitter.
Word. She just out here fucking with everybody. Cause I don't know. And like most people be like, oh, the vice president job is very quiet. But it's like, yeah, you usually hear and see from the vice president every so often. Like, especially when the president is overworked. Like Joe's been overworked since like year 2. Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. It's a weird game. We need some young blood in the building. That's all we need. We need somebody that understands how the landscape of the world works today. I'm not expecting nobody to come in there and be like all for, hey, I'm the black people's people and I don't need somebody that's all for the white people's people. I just need somebody that understands the playing field that we're at and how to navigate this shit. Because you got these two old niggas.
A politician that knows politics.
No, I want some young blood. That's what I want.
A
Somebody
that knows fucking politics to get some shit done.
However you want to slice it. Yeah, no, this shit is fucking crazy. I was waiting for Trump to call Joe Biden son a crackhead. I was mad he didn't. He missed that point because sometimes you just got to call a nigga a crackhead. You do.
I mean, ain't they all crackheads though?
Yeah, but still, the only
Trump
one
got his own little pack of happy pills.
Yeah, but only one has been convicted of using it and it's on video. So it's like, I don't know. Do crackhead jokes hit the same anymore? Remember when we was younger, somebody calling your mom a crackhead was like fighting words. Like, nigga, you had to die. Now they just throw it around like it's nothing. That's crazy.
Everybody mama crackhead.
Do they even still sell crack anymore?
I don't know. I ain't been out on that part of the town. I don't.
Oh no. You don't see
Somebody know.
crackheads like that. I know like the heroin and the Fenty is taking over, but I don't see crackheads anymore.
We gotta do we gotta research.
All right, we'll do our homework. All right, so what do we got? Is that it? We potted our asses off today.
I feel potted out. I ain't gonna complain about.
Shout out to us, god damn it.
I ain't gonna complain about the shit I want to complain about. I'm not gonna complain about it.
Yeah, nah, it felt good to do this. Got to release the energies and do all of that fun, fly stuff. And thank you guys for tuning in with us. Another episode of Podding Through Trauma. Tracy is all up in the camera trying to make sure that y'all are still with us. If you're asleep, she's going to pluck you behind the ear.
Wake the fuck up.
Low. So yeah, so that's good. Yo, make sure y'all follow us. I'm Fat Liver Jones on all social medias. She is
Tracy Renee Jones, air fucking where.
So yeah, exactly. Put us into Google. You'll see what pops up. You can follow us. Interact with us. Like, I know I talk a lot of shit, but I mean, I'm gonna talk shit, but you know, I'm not a bad person. I don't think. I don't know. I don't really care at this point. I've gotten to the point in life where I don't give a fuck what you think about me or what you feel. Like, I really am at that point in life where I'm like, fuck what people think. Because
you're off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, when you try to help motherfuckers and you like try to believe in them, they prove you wrong. They embarrass you. So fuck people. How about that?
Every day. Fuck them.
Here, motherfuckers. So, that's that. Do want to leave y'all on a positive note. Listen, man, just stay alert, stay alive out here. Pay attention. You know, keep your head on the swivel. All of the good things, positive vibes to everybody. I know talk a lot of shit and I do sound angry, but I do want like just positivity for those that want positivity. If you want chaos and you want to be ratchet, salute to you. Just keep that shit away from me. I don't want no parts of that.
If you want to be chaotic and shut the fuck out, just make sure to put that shit on video so we can see it and laugh at you.
And hashtag it. Because we
and
definitely
hashtag it so you can follow your kids around for the rest of their life in case you're not an asset.
And traumatize them. And let them know that their parent wasn't an asset. They were just an ass hat. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. Stay woke. All right, we out of this motherfucker. We'll talk to y'all next week. Tracy, say bye.
Bye, Tracy.
Peace.